The DRE, digital rectal exam, where they actually insert.
Well, he like
one of
touches
their
your
fingers.
balls, right?
No, he didn't touch. Did he touch? Did you go
And-
out through LA Met?
I went through LA Maps.
Oh,
yeah.
me too.
Maybe it was the same guy. The brother man?
Yeah!
Yeah! It's the same dude! Same guy! What do you do for a living? I look at butts.
What is going on, Fire Team? Welcome back to Shift Fire. This channel is an exploration and appreciation of all things military culture, and in that culture exists quite a bit of behind the scenes.
That's right. We have told our stories of our time in the military, but we wanted to hear your stories and then probably make fun of you for them.
Welcome to Barrack's Room Confessions.
Yeah, baby! All right, this is from Blaze PT. Still in Naval Academy basic training, our senior cadet arrived in our barracks and started farting like he had been holding it in for days. Since we couldn't hold the laughter, he ordered us to inhale his fart until none of the smell was left. That is disgusting.
Inhale, damn it!
Hey, I can totally see somebody senior to you being like, inhale my
Inhale
farts.
that fart. Put me inside you, but not in a weird way.
Oh, that's a disgusting way.
That's a disgusting way. I
Can
mean,
you imagine like intentionally like wanting to inhale?
I don't know. Because, you know, science, man. Diffusion, you ever heard of it? That's how I think of farts. That's literally how I describe what diffusion
I think of farts
is.
in a very scientific way.
It does. What is diffusion? Diffusion is when cells need to, when something moves to an area of less concentration. So it disperses. And I think of it in farts, because you fart over here, it'll be over there in a little bit.
Yep.
I don't know how you can inhale all that fart.
I would try to get to the part of the room that was furthest away from his butt.
Absolutely.
That way I would have inhaled the most dispersed form of a fart.
Absolutely. That's why I would tell you to stand at attention, so you cannot
You
move.
cannot move.
There's a lot of farts in the military. Everybody
There's a lot
farts.
of farting in the military. You
So
guys.
much farting.
It's just
Do you know what they call a sleeping bag?
fart sack.
A fart sack. A sleeping bag is called a fart sack, and I think it's a hilarious idea because
Yeah.
you literally are in your little bag and you have a bivvy cover, which is a waterproof outer shell,
Yep.
and nothing escapes it.
Not
So
even.
you everybody's just sitting there after an MRE, just filling up this fart sack,
Yeah.
gassing themselves out.
It doesn't help that the military doesn't feed you the highest quality foods.
Yeah. And you
so
can
they
smell
may
it coming
disagree
out.
with your intestines. A little
Absolutely. This story comes to us from Eric Ko, Real Korean. Funny story. It wasn't my section. Retelling a tale. This is
this is all third person.
usually acceptable, but may not be as believable. This was crew chiefs back at Kadena. As any military branches, you always prank the new guy, and I mean straight out of training school new, of course. These crew chiefs told the new guy to stand behind a jet exhaust while running. They had the guy crouch holding a big plastic bag. The crew chiefs told the new guy he has to collect exhaust samples and turn it into support tool checkout building to get it looked at. Support said it was bad, sent the new guy back, and the new guy saw the crew chiefs busting out laugh and learned it was a prank.
Oh, that's great. So collect us an exhaust sample.
Exhaust sample. I've seen a video of guys pulling the emergency brake thinking it was the ignition for the Humvee while the NCO was clicking it. He's like, pull a little harder, pull a little harder. Fun fact, folks, Humvees do not have keys. So if you're new to the military and your NCO says, hey, go get the Humvee keys, just stand where you are and confidently say, those don't exist. You're welcome.
Also, never go out and check the field for grid squares.
Yeah, grid squares don't exist. Chem light batteries?
Chem light batteries, yeah.
Chem
no
light
chem
batteries,
guys.
yep, they are all natural. Stuff like this happens all the time in the military, would you say?
I'm a nice guy, folks. You would always want me as your NCO because I would never play any pranks on you because I hate that feeling of getting a prank pulled on me.
Yeah, but you never get any better.
Because no pranks are pulled on you.
Yeah.
No, but the big thing that I experienced when I was first time on a team is they would just make me do worthless jobs or jobs that took a long time at the end of the workday, so they knew I'd have to stay there until like midnight doing whatever. That was the extent of the hazing that I experienced.
Wow, big boy rules, huh?
Yeah, that's right.
Must have been
And
nice!
you're a little older at SF, so thank God for that.
You say older, I say lamer. Next story.
Carson Couts tells the story. On a deployment, our commander told the ANASF.
I'm pretty sure the ANA stands for Afghanistan National Army, but I'm not 100% sure.
On a deployment, our commander told the ANASF to organize their own CAS evac plan. They didn't and took casualties.
Uh-oh.
So they called a taxi cab from Kabul. This taxi drove right into a firefight and the Afghans threw him into it and let him drive out.
That is the most Afghanistan story I have ever Heard. Well, technically, man, that is Casevac plan.
Yeah, if that's your plan, then that's your plan.
Yeah, because Casevac just means...
A casualty evacuation.
Yeah, it could be anything. It doesn't have to be a military vehicle. It could totally be a taxi cab. But
proper planning prevents piss poor performance.
there you go. And that was not proper planning. But could you imagine the balls of that taxi
That
driver?
taxi driver deserves a medal.
Yeah, he probably had like all the little shingles in the dash,
Yeah,
and he's just
the little-
smoking a cigarette, just going.
Yeah.
Some shag carpet on the dash. Yeah, that guy has balls to do that. But yeah, sucks they took casualties. But I mean, hell of a story.
Yeah,
Hell of
I
a
believe
story.
it, man.
Next story comes to us from Ordo Malleus. Malleus? Sorry if I butchered your name, pal. I had to write up 2 men in my department, Royal Navy. Oh, we got some Brits!
Yeah, there you go.
Yep, for drinking chemlight fluid while drunk. Oh, they wanted to see if it turned their pee luminous.
Luminous.
Luminous. I love that word. That's quite posh of you. Turns out it did. Oh, wow. They just didn't account for the many, many lacerations they would get in their urethra from the tiny shards of broken glass inside.
Oh, man.
Forget kidney stones, man. Could you imagine pissing out shards of glass?
Oh my gosh. It's like multiple kidney stones. at
Oh
one-
my God.
I cannot even imagine. It hurts
It
deep
does.
inside. That's a deep man hurt.
That's a very Royal Navy thing to do. I've never seen anybody attempt to drink chemlight fluid. We used to have parties in the barracks where we would bust open chemlights and like throw them all over
then
each other.
Yeah, everything glows. for
Yeah,
a
everything
little
glows.
bit.
It's like a rave.
Yeah.
Like that's acceptable, but never drink that. That's brutal. I mean, my just hurts thinking about it.
Yeah, and if I ever was tempted to do this, now I know that the tiny shards of glass inside my urethra.
Yeah.
Even though it is tempting, the idea of turning my pee luminous
Luminous.
is a very appealing idea, but no.
That is very cool.
You gotta protect it. It's a small, soft, tender package. You gotta take care of it.
Yeah, protect the jewels at all costs.
Eridan Darkblade. Oh, he's obviously from the land of Mordor, where the
Yeah.
shadows lie.
Damn, what a name. I hope that's your real last
Please
name.
let that be your real name.
Yeah, that would be a hell of a name tape. Darkblade, get over here.
This is a story my brother, who is an Army recruiter / medic, told me. One of his offices was next door to the Marine recruiting station. They would always pull pranks on each other, he said. However, this one time, my brother and his coworkers killed the power to the Marine office. Wow. They then went in with night vision and paintballed the entire Marine recruiting office, employees and all. Every time I think of that story, it brings a smile to my face. It's bringing a smile to my face right now. That takes some planning. Like, that is a recruiting video right there. You know, like, you want to join the Army, and you have to do this operation against the Marine recruiting office. That's pretty awesome.
Interesting. I'm sorry, Eridan. I'm not calling you a liar or your brother a liar, but I think he's a liar.
Oh, you think this
I
story's
think
not
this
true?
story's fake. You know why? Because Army recruiters, they don't have night vision.
Oh, yeah. Like,
How do you
well,
get?
it's
They don't
true,
have
you
a
know,
supply room. They
where
literally
they,
don't
where
have
they
a
get the
supply
night
room
vision?
because you signed that out of a supply room.
And it does seem like if they were going to do this thing, you got to get the night vision, you got to get your hands on the paintball, and you
Paintball
got to
gun.
find a way to kill the power.
And then not only is the power killed, but if it's daylight outside, it would still be pretty bright in there.
Right.
If you don't mind, my friend, I'm not calling you a liar. I ain't calling you a truther either. But if you have any more information regarding your brother's tale, let us know.
Eridan Darkblade,
This next story comes to us from
Daddy Monk Gaming.
Daddy Monk Gaming. I was in like a ROTC program, but it was like basic. I was like in Fort Knox, apparently. The old creepy lady that does the exams on you where you have to drop the draws. She was
the draws.
ruthless. All right, first of all, if you're gonna submit stories, let's use proper grammar.
Let's use
Let's
proper
not talk like we
pronunciation.
never went to school, people. I'm just gonna like squeegee all my corrections.
little red
The old
marks on
creepy
it, yeah.
lady that does the exams on you, or take away on you, comma, where you have to drop the draws, comma, she was ruthless. There we go. I was dreading showing some old lady my junk, and when it was my turn, she was like, it's cold in here, isn't it? Yep, burned by a 90-year-old perv, LOL. Oh my goodness. Do you have any stories from MEPS when you had to Expose yourself.
I remember when they had to do the DRE, the digital rectal exam. You got to spread your butt cheeks.
You go to the right.
Wait a second. No, that's what everybody does, right? Right? Wait, I
didn't get my rectum examined by the digital. Did they take a picture of it?
No.
Okay.
I mean like digital as in like his finger.
Oh, I thought you meant like he was like up there 3D scanning.
Proper grammar. No, it's scanning nothing. The oldest dude around, and he was super dry and totally just interested. This is just what he was doing. He was seeing buttholes all day for decades, man.
His job is to inspect holes.
Yeah.
What a conversation starter. What do you do for a living? Look at butts.
I don't just look at butts, not the cheeks. I look inside. I go deeper. I am a deep investigator. Just real quick, and he had to do it, and he's like, all right, get out. You're
That's
good
awesome.
to go,
Yeah. I mean, did they ever make comments about your Johnson?
No. I guess it could get to that point when it's just this thing that you do over and over again to become so dry. You just got to keep it light.
Plus, I mean, you're entering this culture of like, if you can't take jokes, go the f*** home. I remember mine. I was actually really confused afterwards. My guy, very old guy, like you said, his job is literally just to stare at buttholes.
Did you go out through LA Maps?
I went through LA Maps.
Oh,
yeah.
me too. Maybe,
Maybe it was the same guy. Was it Brother Man?
Yeah!
Yeah! Same dude! Same guy! Yeah, keep staring at was Brother Man. Respect. Did he wear gloves for you?
Wait, I can't remember. Can I amend my statement? Because I don't think it was a DRE, digital rectal exam, where they actually insert.
Well, he like
one of
touches
their
your
fingers.
balls, right?
No, he didn't touch. Did he touch?
Oh man, should I file a report?
Because he just said spread your butt cheeks, and he kind of looked. He's like, all right, you're good,
This is why I was really confused afterwards, was because he does this to a lot of people, and for me, he didn't put on any gloves, and I thought that was a little weird.
Oh no.
And he like would grab your nuts, and he like would pulsate one of your nuts, but then I found this to be quite peculiar. He grabbed my right nut and then like reached his index finger over my shaft and kind of like ran his hand over the top of my shaft to the other.
Did he go
nut.
like?
And he wasn't wearing gloves. Yeah, no, he was just like wrap, pretty sweet. And then, but the thing that got me, when I was like, he's not wearing any gloves.
Yeah.
And then I kept asking people, hey, did he wear gloves for you? Hey, he did. Did he wear gloves for? He's probably still there doing the same thing, the young boys.
Man.
Next story.
MD Noob. So, at Fort Lee during AIT, at one point, several people had onesies during final check, with one being a unicorn and another being a squirrel. Drill sergeant smoked them every time.
Wait.
Wait a minute. AIT, I guess maybe they have, I'm thinking like, how did they get the onesies into the barracks?
Soldiers are weird, man.
Yep,
First
they
of
are.
all, especially the normie ones.
Yeah. The ones that you don't think?
Yeah, the ones that
slip under the radar?
Yeah, we had one guy, like when I was in processing to Fort Lewis for the first time, he was this small little guy, you would never expect him to be in the military. He would just mainline pre-workout for fun and just stay up all night and just play Grand Theft Auto.
Oh my God.
Like, and you're just like, what's your problem? Like, this isn't healthy.
What I like about this story is that at the end it says, drill sergeant smoked them every time, which means they did it more than once, which I gotta ask the drill sergeant, like, what was it about that smoking session that didn't get the message across the first time?
Yeah.
That they felt compelled that they could do it again.
Maybe it was just such a fun smoking, kind of the joking around smoking sesh.
If you laugh, it's like giving away the game that you thought it was kind of funny too.
Yeah.
So you gotta be like,
Maybe stern.
poking them with your drill sergeant hat.
Brim.
The brim
with
of
the brim
drill
of your
sergeant
hat.
Poking them in the forehead.
Oh, big story time. All right, Alex Glanowski tells us, BMT. We had this guy that couldn't wrap his head around folding his socks and not making sock grenades. T.I. got so fed up at one point, he tells him to go get all his sock grenades, proceeds to make him a bandolier for said grenades, and had him low crawling under the bunks, popping up, throwing one of the grenades, and then low crawling away until I'm tired of seeing it. Well, the TI goes into the office to do paperwork or whatever and completely forgets about the guy. That is until the head TI comes in to talk to our TI, and this guy pops out from under the bunk and chucks a grenade right at the head of the TI. Man, I've never seen somebody that pissed off before or since. Well, maybe that wouldn't happen to you if you were wearing kick-out apparel. Shameless plug.
Folks, if you like these stories, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Hit that notification bell.
I always thought it was
what?
strange. I always thought it was strange.
It's the same guy.
It's literally the
I'm
same.
telling you,
He
he's
was
old, crusty dude. No, you joined like 10
10
years after I
Yeah,
did.
no, he's been
Wow.
there for a long time, man.